On one side, one of the largest slums in the world, home to over 1 million people, most living on less than $100 a month. On the other side, India's elite, politicians, Bollywood stars, the country's richest family, and separating them, a walk you could finish in 10 minutes. This is Mumbai, specifically a district called Dharavi, and this is the story of how one of the most economically divided places on earth came to exist. Let's start with Dharavi itself. It's widely considered the largest slum in all of Asia and one of the densest urban settlements anywhere in the world. The entire area covers roughly 1 square mile. To put that into perspective, if you took every single resident over 1 million people and packed them into a space, it would fit inside something the size of Central Park in New York, with room left over. The poverty here isn't subtle. The average household in Dharavi survives on around 10,000 rupees a month, which works out to roughly $4 a day per person. Much of the work available is dangerous and grueling. People laboring in dim, poorly ventilated rooms, handling industrial chemicals for hours with little protection. Add to that a near total lack of proper sanitation. There's minimal sewage infrastructure, inconsistent access to clean water, and during monsoon season, it's common for raw sewage to flood directly into people's homes. Now take a 5-minute drive from Dharavi and you land somewhere else entirely. Altamount Road, nicknamed India's Billionaires' Row. This is where the ultra-wealthy of the country live. The Ambani family's private residence, reportedly the most expensive home ever built for a single family, sits here, valued in the billions. Politicians, celebrities, business tycoons, this is their neighborhood. Clean streets, modern infrastructure, total contrast to what sits just minutes away. So how did this divide happen? To understand it, you have to go back to the 18th century, when this land was nothing but mangrove swamp on the outskirts of what was then called Bombay. As Bombay grew into India's first major industrial city, it also became a breeding ground for disease, something city planners at the time wrongly believed was caused by bad odors drifting through populated areas. Their solution? Push the smelly industries like leather tanning, pottery, textiles out to the edge of the city. That relocated zone became Dharavi. The name itself is believed to derive from a term meaning loose mud, which tells you exactly how much value the city placed on this land at the time. But for migrant workers pouring in from across India in search of opportunity, Dharavi represented something different, a foothold in the city. It grew organically, without formal planning. A dense maze of narrow lanes, tin-roofed shacks and small workshops packed in wherever space allowed. While the rest of Mumbai modernized with roads, plumbing and electricity over the following century, Dharavi never fully caught up. So why has it survived for over 150 years instead of just being cleared away? Because Dharavi isn't only a residential slum, it's a functioning industrial economy. Estimates put Dharavi's annual economic output at close to $1 billion. Recycling has become one of its most important industries. Mumbai, one of India's largest and most economically vital cities, depends heavily on Dharavi to process and recycle much of its waste. If Dharavi disappeared overnight, experts warn the city's entire waste management system would be thrown into crisis. What was once considered worthless land became essential infrastructure hiding in plain sight. And as Mumbai expanded outward, the city eventually grew around Dharavi instead of past it, which is exactly why today you can stand at certain points and see glass skyscrapers rising directly behind tin rooftops. It's a jarring image, two realities separated by a single street. Now, a new chapter is beginning, because land that was once dismissed as worthless is now some of the most valuable real estate in Mumbai. The challenge, of course, is that this land isn't empty. Over 1 million people call it home, and relocating them isn't logistically or politically simple. That's led to a major redevelopment plan, spearheaded by the Adani Group. The plan promises free apartments to any resident who can prove they lived in Dharavi before the year 2000, along with green spaces, new metro access, and an effort to preserve the area's manufacturing backbone. But there's a catch. Tens of thousands of residents who arrived after 2000 currently have no guaranteed place in this new vision. Construction has already begun in early phases, with a target completion date of 2032. Which raises the real question: can a place like Dharavi be modernized without erasing the very thing that made it thrive in the first place? By 2032, we'll know the answer, but for the people who built a billion-dollar economy out of land once called loose mud, this isn't just a real estate story. It's a fight to remain at the center of the city they helped create.